Okay, so we're looking at the simulator sheet, okay? We're looking at the outbreak and we're looking at the simulator sheet. So your prediction is, how quickly do you think the virus will spread? Use seconds or minutes for your prediction. So every time, if you go back to puzzle 6, and you reset and you run puzzle 6, it's going to run for 10 seconds. So you can sit there and you can look to see how fast the virus spreads. Okay? So in about 10 seconds, so you're going to tell me, we're going to fill it out together. We're going to do one together. I'm going to show you. Okay? So look at my screen. Okay? I'm going to press reset. Now look, all of the sprites are healthy except for 2 of them. So when I press run, we're going to let it run for 10 seconds. Then at the end of 10 seconds, how many sprites or how many of those little monsters are sick? Is it half of them? Is it 75% of them? Is it only 25? So look, okay? Wow. So how many people were infected? Did y'all see that? Guys, I'm not going to do it for you. You have to talk to me. I can't hear y'all. Raul? Is something wrong? I don't see y'all chatting and I don't hear anybody talking. Is there something wrong that I don't know about? Because I feel like I'm just talking to myself. Nobody's saying anything. Okay, Morgan's computer keeps freezing. The question was, pay attention. I ran this. The question is this. Look at here. We're doing the sheet. How quickly do you think the virus will spread? Thank you, Giselle. Giselle said it was 90%. So, how quickly do you think the virus will spread? Well, we just ran it. So make a prediction, right? I thought that it was going to spread, like half of them were going to get sick in 10 seconds. So remember, anytime you are running the simulation, when you press reset, okay, so Priscilla, look, because I'm gonna ask you. So the question is, Priscilla, look how many of these monsters are sick. None of them, except for 2. I'm gonna press run. When I press run, it's gonna run for 10 seconds. How many of these monsters get sick? Look, Priscilla, because I'm gonna ask you. Look. This time it wasn't 90%, it was a little bit less, but what do you think that was, Priscilla?
Over almost the whole population?
No, it wasn't everybody. Look again.
Like half?
It was more than half. Look again. Wow. This time it was almost everybody. So you see how it changes every time. So that's what you're going to use number 6 to answer one of these questions. Hold on just a second. So, how quickly do you think the virus will spread? That's where you're going to write down, and I'm not going to write it. You guys have to do it. I'm not going to do it for you, and I don't want you to copy me. I want you to do your own. So the question I'm asking you is, how quickly do you think the virus will spread? Okay? Do you think it's going to spread? And we're talking about without any masks, just how fast do you think the virus is going to spread just normally? So you're going to put your prediction. Do you think it's going to spread very quickly? Do you think it's going to infect maybe half? more than half, almost everybody. What do you think? And you're going to write it there. Okay?
Okay.
Then in 10 seconds, remember it's 10 seconds for number 6. Then part 1 is how many you have trial 1, 2, and 3, right? So this is trial 1, this is trial 2, and this is trial 3. So you have to record on trial 1 how many number of healthy monsters at the beginning. So let's go back to number 6. And how many healthy monsters are there here? Well, you can see, somebody tell me how many healthy monsters are here?
40.
40, exactly. 40. So we're going to go back in here and we're going to write out 40. Okay. Now you guys are actually going to have to type it in here. Now remember, you have to share this with me. Once you share it with me, I can see it. You don't have to submit it. You don't have to do anything. I can see what you're doing. So how do you share? Do y'all remember how to share?
Yes.
Okay. Just in case you don't remember, here's the share button. It's right there in the top right-hand corner. You're going to click on where it says share, and you're going to share it with me. Okay. So you're going to type out MHB, and then you'll see me down there. Okay. MHB, and then you'll see me. So go do that right now and make sure you share it with me. Okay. So everybody needs to do it. I'm going to go into my drive and I'm going to wait. Where is everybody's shared stuff? So I see Priscilla shared with me. Raul shared with me. Jessica shared with me. Dulce shared with me. I'm waiting. Megan Morgan. Myra. Where are y'all? Okay, Morgan's doing it. Myra, are you doing it? Giselle did it. Let's go look. Wi-Fi is slow. Understood. Thank you. All right, let's go see who else shared it with me. Giselle shared it with me. Thank you. Remember, guys, you're not going to leave it copy of. You're going to put your name there, sweetie. Megan, I need your name up there. So you have to come back to it and don't leave where it says copy of. Take out where it says copy of, delete it. So up here at the very top where it says your name, or where it says Barrios Outbreak Simulator data sheet, you need to change your name, sweetie. You need to change it to your name. So you're going to delete my name and you're going to put in your name. Okay. You can just put your last initial. Make sure you go do that right now. Let me go look at it and see if y'all have fixed it. All right, Megan. Now, Megan, you're going to want to write Outbreak Simulator data sheet. You still have to have the name of the sheet. Don't just put your name. I'm just saying delete where it says my name and put your name. And then Giselle, that's perfect, sweetie. Thank you. So Megan, you're going to want to go back and where it says Megan, you're going to put a Megan and then you're going to put B for Ballard. Yes, Outbreak data sheet. Yes. Okay, there we go. All right. So who else am I waiting for? Priscilla, Raul, got you. Megan, Morgan's internet slow. Myra, sweetie, we're waiting on you, sweetie. Where is it? Guys, is she typing in the chat? Myra, are you there, sweetheart? Yeah, no, I see that. She's not tight. Something happened with Myra. Okay, well, hopefully she sees this, but that's how you got to do it, okay? So, once you have that done, you're going to go back to it and you're going to enter in the data for each one of these trials. You're going to do trial 1, trial 2, and trial 3. So trial 1, the number of healthy monsters at the beginning was 40. Then number of infected monsters after coming in contact with somebody sick. Now remember, this is without masks. We haven't put the masks on yet, okay? So you're going to go back to 6 and you're going to run it. Now at the very end, right before the timer gets to the end, you're going to pause it. So right there. Oops, hold on. Let me do it again. I didn't pause it fast enough. Do y'all see that? Because how are you going to count how many monsters were sick at the end? You have to pause it right at the end. So right when it gets close to the end, pause it. Now you can go in here and count how many monsters were sick. Now what I'm going to do, instead of counting the sick monsters, I'm going to count the healthy monsters and subtract by 40 or 42. Because remember, you have 40 healthy monsters, but you have 2 sick monsters. Okay, so you have a total of 42 monsters. Okay, so now my question is, you can go in here and count the sick monsters if you want to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can count the monsters like that, or you can say 42 minus the number of healthy monsters. So it would be 42 minus 6, which is 36. Okay, so then I'm going to come back in here. So the number of healthy monsters at first was 40. Then the number of infected monsters after first contact was 36. And then time it took to infect, remember, was 10 seconds. Okay, and then you're going to run trial 2. You're going to do it 2 more times. Okay, so that's how that works. All right, let me see who's got a question. All right, Myra, what happened, sweetie?
That's me. Do we have to use the same lesson for part 1, or do we have to do different lessons?
Well, that's a good question. Let's go look at it. There's several different ways you can do it. So this is part 1. Okay. No, you don't have to necessarily use 6, but I would, because it's easier. Because if you look at it, 6, you can very easily, this has already been set up to where when we click, you're adding masks, because you're going to have to now run this thing when they have masks. So remember, you have all your clicks. So if I reset and I run and I start adding masks, you see that? I'm putting masks on everybody. So that's what I'm saying. Puzzle 6 actually is pretty good to use. So let's go look at part 2, right? So looking at part 2, well, was your prediction correct as to how quickly the virus spread through Monstertown? Yes or no? How close was your prediction? So, how close were you off? So if I thought that half of the monsters were going to get sick, but then I found out that 90% got sick, I'm 40% off, right? So then you're going to write down, and everybody's answers are going to be a little bit different. Now, remember, guys, I'm video recording this right now. So if you need to watch this video tonight when you're filling this out, you can watch this video, okay? But I can't give you a specific answer because I can't do this for you. You have to run your simulation. You have to count the number of 6 sprites at the end, how many were at the beginning, what was your prediction? Do you think they're all going to get sick? Do you think only half? And then what really happened? And then you have to look what the difference was, right? So then you have to answer this question: how close was your prediction? And were your results the same in all 3 trials? Yes or no? Why do you think they were different? Okay. Now, did every monster get sick? Yes or no? Compare the number of sick monsters to the number of healthy monsters. Were there more sick or more healthy? Why? Part 2. Here comes part 2. This is where you're actually going to have to start clicking on the monsters to give them masks. What happens when the monsters begin wearing masks? Did the spread of the virus slow down or speed up? And what would happen if you doubled the amount of monsters in Monster Town? Do you think the virus will spread more quickly or slowly? Why? Okay. Now what I can do here, let me do something here. I'm going to add a part 2 for the masks. Okay. Let me add a part 2 real quick. So this is part 1. Oh, wait a second. Y'all aren't going to have this if I do that. You're going to have to make another copy. Okay. So then what I would suggest that y'all do is don't worry about that. Just run the simulations and answer the questions. Now remember, on part 2, where it asks you, what happens when the monsters begin wearing masks? You need to look and see what happens. So when you go back over there, right, and you reset, now remember, when you start clicking on the monsters, it'll put the mask. If he's a healthy monster, he'll put a mask on. If he's a sick monster, it'll put a mask on. Either way, when you click on him, it will put masks. So look what happens. Reset, run. You might have to do it a couple of times. Oh, you have to have at least one sick monster. Don't put masks on both of the monsters because it'll keep stopping you. But it says you have to have at least one sick monster. But even with one sick monster, you know, it's a lot. Now, let's go look at some of the other lessons. Let's go to, puzzle 7. I think puzzle 7 doesn't have a stop clock. So you can let puzzle 7 run as long as you want, or no, it does have a stop clock. Yeah, it does. All right, hold on. Let's go to puzzle 8. One of them actually will let you. Okay, it's puzzle 8. Puzzle 8 will let you run it for as long as you want. Okay? So maybe the thing to do is go to puzzle 8. All right, let's keep going. Reset. Let's keep going back to puzzle 6. Let's go back to puzzle 6. And then Megan and Morgan, Megan, Myra, and Giselle. Let's meet tomorrow in the morning. Do y'all want to do that so I can help y'all with lessons 11, 12, 13, and 14? Oops. Hold on. Okay, Giselle said sure. Megan said yes. Myra, what about you, sweetie? You want to meet tomorrow in the morning? Now, remember, Megan and Giselle and Myra, you guys need to also finish lesson 6, puzzles 9 and 10, and I will change your grade. Okay? What time? I would say let's meet at 9:45. Is that okay? Because I have class at 10. at 10:15. Or does that work for y'all? $9:45. I'll put it on my calendar. Okay. So Megan, let's meet at 9:45 and I will help you go through lessons 11, 12, 13, and 14. But also, Megan, you need to be looking at my YouTube video. Giselle, you've done all the other lessons, haven't you? Yeah, so Giselle, all you need to do is you need to finish lesson 6, puzzles 9 and 10. That's what you need to do, Giselle. Megan, you actually need to meet with me because you need help on lessons 11, 12, 13, and 14. But Megan, I'm going to tell you right now, you need to go to Schoology, Megan. Okay? Go to my course. And in the front page of my course, if you scroll down to the bottom, right here where it says Miss Barrios's YouTube channel, if you click right here on my YouTube channel and you click on this my banner art, it will take you to my YouTube channel. And you can click right here on the playlists and go right here to the code.org list. And what I can do, Megan, is I'll send you the link, okay? But you can also go right here, click on it, and here are literally all the videos to all the lessons. So you can just scroll down over here to lessons 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, okay? Or, Megan, you can go into Schoology and go into week 5. Oh, that's a lesson 11 and 12. Week 4? Where's the lessons 13 and 14? Hold on. I know we did lessons 13 and 14. That's weird. Oh, yeah, here they are. Week 5, right here. So, Megan, week 5 folder, right here, lesson 13 and 14. If you click on those, the videos are there. Okay? But it's also on my YouTube page. But I will send you, I show you how to get to the YouTube page. Okay, so let's go back to the Outbreak Simulator. Megan, I'm going to meet you tomorrow at 9:45. If anybody else needs help, come to 9:45 session. Megan, I'm going to put it in my calendar right now. Hold on. Do y'all understand a little bit more how to do the Outbreak Simulator worksheet now? Okay, so you could use puzzle 8. Let's go to puzzle. Let's keep going. So we left off on puzzle 6, right? So we're done with that. So let's go on to puzzle 7. All right, so this is what puzzle 7 looks like. And actually, let me make it a little bit smaller so you can see it a little bit better. So this is puzzle 7. It has all our when clicked to add the mask. So anytime we click on a sprite, we're going to add the mask. Oh, and this is when touches. So when a sick sprite touches a healthy sprite, the healthy sprite turns sick. Okay? So here it says, so good news. The monsters can start to feel better on their own. sick monsters that begin recovering will automatically change back to healthy monsters after some time passes. Let's add code to the simulation to make all sick monsters gradually recover from the virus. So now you have a special recovering edit behavior, and you can add this to your code at any point a monster gets the virus. To do this, under the when touches event, so when touches, which is this one, add more code to make the sprite begin the recovering behavior. So you're going to go grab this, the sprite begins recovering. Okay, so this is an event. Okay, and also, guys, we're going to have a vocabulary quiz on Friday. So we're going to be talking about these events. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to be looking at this again, and then we're going to review for a vocabulary test on Friday, and then we're going to keep going with functions. All right. Okay, so then you're going to go into your actions. You're going to pull out your sprites recovering, and you're going to add it to the bottom of this code. Okay. Now I'm going to make these sprites big, and I'm going to reduce the sprites down to 25%. I like running it when there's more sprites. Okay. So I changed my numbers back to 40. I'm going to make 6 sprites, and I changed them to 25%. Remember, this is being recorded, and I am going to put it in today's video folder. So when I run it, now, even when I click on the 6 sprites, look what happens to them. They start getting better after a while. So look, let's see what happens. I'm not even going to click on any of the sprites. I'm just going to let them get infected. But now look what happens. They start getting better on their own. I know it's kind of hard to see. They're spreading the infection. Oh, wow, they didn't look like they were getting better there. Let's do it again. Okay, so they do start to get better, but it takes them a long time.
Yeah, it does.
Sorry, it's really loud.
Once again, all students riding Route 5, as of today, your new bus route will be Route 13. Also, any students riding Route 6, your new bus route this afternoon is Route 7. Once again, any students riding Route 6 will now be riding Route 7. Please make sure you're aware of these changes and do not miss your bus. If you have any questions, please make sure you ask your teacher for your new bus route. Also, there is tennis and track practice this afternoon.
Okay.
Once again, there is tennis and track practice this afternoon.
Okay. So if you look at it, you can see what's happening. They are starting to get a little bit better. It helps if you start to click on the masks. If you start clicking the masks for the sick monsters, it doesn't spread as fast, and it gives a chance for the other monsters to recover. So now we're going on to number 8. Now, number 8, I like because it doesn't have a timer. You can choose how long you want this puzzle to go. And I like it because it doesn't, now you can really start looking, because sometimes it doesn't give you enough time to really look to see what's happening. So again, I'm going to change my numbers back. I'm going to change it to 40 new sprites, 6 sprites, and I'm going to reduce their size down to 25%. And I'm going to, let's see. I don't know if it's gonna, let me see what they're saying here. Let's look at the, so we still have, when we click on the healthy sprite, we get a mask. When we click on the sick sprite, we get a mask. Okay, so let's see what the directions say for this. Okay, so 90% chance. So now we're giving them a percentage of how fast that they're going to recuperate. How fast, what is the percentage? So now we're looking at the benefits of using a mask. Okay, guys, I think we're going to stop there for today. So just do part one. Just do part one of your, just do part one of the data sheet and answer the questions for part one. Don't do part two yet, because part two, we're going to use puzzle 8, and we're not done with puzzle 8 because the puzzle 8's a little bit different because it's got percentages. Okay. And then after tomorrow, we're going to finish the data simulation sheet. So for tonight, you're going to do part one. Tomorrow we'll finish it and we'll review some vocabulary. So then on Wednesday, we can continue with functions. Okay. And then Friday, you guys will have your vocabulary test or quiz. Don't forget about your vocabulary homework. Okay. Some of you have not turned it in yet. So make sure you turn it in. And that is in Schoology. You go into here. This is your vocabulary homework. Don't forget. You either need to take a picture and send it to me, or you need to actually submit it into Schoology. I think most of y'all did submit it. Yeah. Yeah, most of y'all did. Okay. All right, guys, so that's it for me. Do y'all have any questions? Y'all look good? So you don't have that much homework tonight. Okay. All right, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
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 Bye, Myra. Thank you.